Thank you. Good evening, everybody. I declare the meeting open at 6:01. Welcome to the meeting. On behalf of the City of Vincent, I'd like to acknowledge that we meet on the lands of the Wadjuk people of the Noongar Nation and pay our respects to elders past, present and emerging. In relation to apologies, we do have an apology from Councillor Dan Loden. I note that Councillor Rosalind Harley is not currently here but may be late. We haven't received official apologies at this point. I'll now go to public question time. Just for those web streaming from home, I just note that we don't have anyone in the public gallery this evening, so we won't be having public questions. So I'll move on to item 4, corporate services, differential 4.1, differential rating strategy 2018-19. Can I please have a mover for this item? Moved Councillor Castle, seconded Councillor Gontaszewski. Councillor Castle, do you wish to speak to the item?
No.
Councillor Gontaszewski? No. Councillors, any comments or questions?
Sorry, thank you, Madam Mayor. Just a comment. There is a comment in the report on page 8, which says that it's about the commercial rates, about being recognition of increasing strain on businesses in the city. I just wanted to note that whilst that is the case, I think we have acknowledged that there is strain being felt everywhere, but certainly from my point of view, the differential rate that we have introduced, whereby there is a different rate for commercial to residential, I guess where I landed personally is that that rate increase is sufficient to be able to provide the level of service that we provide to our commercial owners and ratepayers, and the same with the residential as well. So I guess it's just maybe a difference of language or otherwise, but for me that was something that I wanted to just note, that I felt a little differently to how it's featured in the report. Makes no practical difference to the outcome, but that's my thoughts.
Thank you, Councillor Toppelberg. Any further comments? Look, I'll just very briefly state that this is a draft rating strategy for advertising. So we do go through a process where it's advertised for comment, which we receive and then consider. And also just to note that we are still working our way through a draft budgeting exercise. So there is still a way to go in terms of this being an estimate and actually landing at that final point. So if there's no further comments... Yes, Councillor Toppelberg.
Just ask a question, and it's so the table that is presented on page 7, which effectively would put us on a nominal GRV at $28,000, would make us number 11 out of a list of 29. Can I just ask through you to the Director of Corporate Services, given that our mean average is at 22,245, do we have any idea of where we would sit in terms of the average rate, and if not, if that's perhaps something that can be provided subsequent to the meeting? Just an idea of what that table would look like with the average rates in each of those councils.
Thank you, and to the Chair, I asked exactly the same question as this paper was being finalised, but we didn't have time to put it together at that time. I can definitely get that to you, but whatever time you'd like it. If we have another day or so, that would be great.
Any further comments or questions? Okay, I'll put the motion. All those in favour? Declare it carried unanimously. There being no further business on the agenda this evening, I declare the meeting closed at 6:06. Thank you, everyone.